Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the Sun Bear zodiac sign of the Brown Bear for the month of February. I am going to be doing a Celtic Cross spread. And being that it's February and we have Valentine's Day just around the corner, I decided to use the Erotic Tarot for the initial spread. I will be clarifying with the 1909 Tarot. And then at the very end of the reading, I will pull three main themes from the Moonology Oracle. Okay, so let's get started for the brown bears for the month of February. We start with your current general energies. And we start with the Eight of Shells, which would be the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that are no longer serving you. So I do feel like this is going to be a big theme for a lot of the brown bears this month, walking away from things that are no longer serving us. These could be things that used to serve us in the past, but they're not working for us anymore. Next, we go to the crossing energy, and this can be what helps us or what hinders us. And with this, you have the death card. So the death card is an ending, and I mean like a final ending. So it's kind of saying that, whatever it is that you have to walk away from with this Eight of Cups energy, whatever is no longer serving you and you're walking away from, Spirit is really asking that this be a, dead, done, and over with kind of thing where, once you walk away, you don't go back. But let's clarify this Eight of Shells with the Death card. And we have the Ace of Pentacles to clarify. So that is actually kind of cool. So again, it does say that yes, there are things in your life that are probably not serving you, and those things need to end so that a prosperous new beginning can start. And again, I'm really not going to go any further on that because that is the message. There are things in your life that are not serving you, and those things need to end so that you can welcome this prosperous new beginning into your life. Next, we go to the area of your foundation. And here we have the moon. Sorry, I have to be strategic on how these I hold some of these cards, or YouTube won't let me show them. So anyway, you have the moon in the area of your foundation. So it's kind of saying that you're not feeling very solid. There's a lot of unknowns going on, a lot of things that you perhaps aren't seeing. There's a lot of mystery surrounding your life at this time. But really, this is just part of the process, okay? You have to follow the path. You have to allow spirit to guide you. But let's clarify this moon energy. So with the moon, we have the devil. So again, there could be the devil is about, um, it's about conquering our inner demons. So I kind of feel like this is a battle that is going on right now for some of the brown bear. You have some of those inner demons that are really nagging at you right now. But Spirit with the Devil card really wants you to set yourself free from these things. And really, what I'm getting is that uh, I would say she's got a blindfold on her eyes. So she is blinded to something. She is not seeing something, and this is leading her down the path, of her inner demons, I would say. So I would say really take off the blindfold this month and really see things as they are. Try to avoid, again, listening to those inner demons. If you've got that little voice in your ear, just, tell it to be quiet. Okay. So really free yourself from those demons this month. And again, allow the moon and spirit to guide you. Next, we go to the area of our mind. Mhm. And here we have the Five of Feathers, which would be the Five of Swords. Um, and the Five of Swords is a card of knowing your limits. So it kind of feels like there's a lot going on in the minds of the brown bears at this time, and it kind of feels like maybe some have taken on a little bit more than they could handle, and they're beating themselves up about it. Um, so this is kind of actually a form of self-sabotage when we take on too much and then we don't get it done and then we beat ourselves up about it. So Spirit is just really saying to you with this one, don't beat yourself up about it. Just really start to recognize and know your limits and be willing to say no. That I can't do that. I've got too much on the go right now. I've got too much on my plate. But let's clarify this Five of Feathers. With the Five of Feathers, you have the Fool. So you're going to have to take a leap of faith. And again, saying no to some people could be hard, and this could be the leap of faith. You could be worried that if you say no to people, then they're not going to like you or they're going to think badly of you. The Fool kind of says, don't worry about what people think about you. Know your own limits. You really need to take care of yourself and your own mind at this time. Next, we go to the area of the past. And here we have the Two of Feathers. So again, it's like I would say that a lot of the brown bears in the past have experienced a lot of black and white thinking, a lot of this or that thinking. I'm kind of feeling like some rigid energy where you don't like it's this is the way it is, kind of energy that I'm feeling right now. But let's clarify that Two of Swords. So with the Two of Swords, we have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands, this can be a card of achievement. So it's so again, what it's kind of saying to me here is this. Again, like I said, you've had this black or white thinking, this or that kind of thinking in your past. Um, and Spirit wants you to find that third place solution. It wants you to like, uh, you know, look at the gray areas. Don't just look at the black and the white of things. Look at everything in between. Because again, this is where you're going to find your victory. This is where you're going to find your win. Is somewhere in that gray area, and it's actually going to be something if you can, find that, get comfortable in that gray area and find that third place solution. It's really going to be something to celebrate, and you're going to have a lot to celebrate after. Okay, next we go to the area of the very near future. And again, we have this devil energy. So, again, there could be a lot of, like I said, dealing with your inner demons this month. This is kind of feels like it could be a theme for the brown bears a little bit. And again, you did have the Eight of Shells, uh, in your current general energy, things that you need to walk away from. And I think one of those things that you need to walk away from is, the way you put yourself down, the way you hold yourself down and hold yourself back. Um, you know, really try, I would say, in the very near future to speak a little bit kinder to yourself. Really watch the words that you are using when you are talking to yourself. And we all talk to ourselves. We do it all the time, every day, all day long. We are talking to ourselves inside of our heads. So just really pay attention to what's, because again, you could be very tempted this month to really think negatively and really be very hard on yourself. But with the devil energy, we have the sun. So I absolutely love that. This makes the whole reading better uh, for you brown bears. Okay. Again, really, like I said, really pay attention, like I said, to what you are saying to yourselves and see if you can switch it around. Again, it does feel like a lot of you are being very hard on yourself. So see if you can like switch around what it is that you are uh, saying instead of, oh, well, that was stupid, you screwed that up. Why not? Okay, well, that didn't work out. What can we do better the next time? Just see if you can kind of reframe it a little bit, because the sun is a card of happiness, joy, love, togetherness. It is the best card in the tarot. So it really says, brown bears, that if you can conquer those inner demons, the world is wide open for you, and the sun will shine brightly on you. But again, you have the devil twice, so there is a little bit of those, like I said, the temptation to, maybe talk not very nicely to yourself. All right. Next, we go to the area of the next few months. And here we have the Knight of Roses, which would be the Knight of Pentacles. So for me, this is a card of planting seeds. So it says to me, brown bears, that, the other thing with the Knight of Roses too is it's a card that says it's time to get moving. It's time to plant those seeds. So it really is a time for action for you. But again, these seeds that I think, Spirit is asking you to plant right now, these are seeds of, what you think of yourself, how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself. Uh, you know, I think over the next few months, a lot of you brown bears are going to be planting seeds of healing, and truth and love and such as that. But let's clarify the Knight of Roses. So with the Knight of Roses, we have the Emperor. So this, I always say, like the Emperor is like that boss-like energy. And again, I feel like as you plant these seeds of love and healing and that kind of stuff, it's actually really going to boost your confidence. Um, and again, it's going to have you feeling more of that boss-like energy. And again, when I was talking about the things that you say to yourself, one of the thing is I got this. I got this. I'm good. you know. So just really own that boss-like energy over the next few months, and really, really go ahead and move forward and start planting and nurturing those seeds. Next, we go to the area of our closest relationships. And here we have the Ace of Feather. So a new beginning in our closest relationships. This could be meeting somebody new, or it could just be, I feel like sometimes when we're in our relationships, we're each on our own path. And our paths kind of do this, right? They intersect with each other, but we're still on our own path. So sometimes we spread away and then we come back. We spread away and then we come back. So it feels like this is almost like a coming back part in your closest relationships here. And I feel like this is going to be in very um, inspired uh, um, connection here, whether it's new or whether it is, a reconnection. I think it's going to be very inspiring for you. I think that there's going to be a lot shared, a lot of information and wisdom shared between you and your closest relationships. So I love that. But let's clarify that Ace of Feathers. So with the Ace of Feathers, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is all about being resourceful and resourcefulness. So I do feel like in the area, not only is this going to be inspiring, in your closest relationships, you're also going to find yourself being very resourceful. And I kind of feel like it's not just you, even those in your closest relationships. It's almost like everybody's going to be kind of pooling their resources together. So I absolutely love that energy. Next, we go to the area of our hopes and fears. And here we have the Six of Roses, which would be the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, it's a card of balance. It's also a card of managing your resources. So there could be some, again, there still could be some, I think there's hopes and fears. And again, I think this is why, like I said, it's a card of balance. And so I think there's hopes and fears going on right now surrounding your resources. And again, I would personally lean more into the hopes, if you can, versus the fears of this. And just again, just be mindful of where it is that you are putting your energy, and make sure that that where you're putting your energy is where you actually want to be putting your energy. All right, let's clarify this Six of Roses. So with the Six of Roses, we have the Knight of Cups, and this is a card of following your heart. So that's what I would tell you again with the hopes and fears there, about managing your resources. Just follow your heart. It really says your heart knows where you need to put your resources. So if you're questioning, if you're wondering, just check in with yourself. Do a bit of a body scan, and see how it feels in your body. Your body will tell you if it's not right for you. There's different ways to find out, but so check in with your body, check in with your heart, and just make sure that again, your resources are going where you would like them to be. All right, and now we have the outcome, and we have the Hermit. So this is interesting. So brown bears, if you look at the regular astrology that most people follow, the brown bear would be Virgo, and the Hermit is Virgo. So this is you. Anytime you show up in a reading, this puts you in a place of power. So, the outcome of this month is going to leave you in a place of power. However, I also feel, and again, this isn't a bad thing, it's a good thing. I also feel by the end of the month, it is possible that you're going to kind of just need a little bit of solitude, just to, go over everything, sort everything out. And I think you're just going to need a bit of a at the end of the month is kind of what I'm feeling right now. But let's clarify that Hermit. So with the Hermit, we have the Death card again. But again, I don't, this is coming up in the outcome, which is generally the area of the good stuff. And again, I just feel like this is just saying that by the end of the month, as I said, that Eight of Shells right from the beginning and the Death card there, I think by the end of the month, and especially if you take some of that solitude towards the end of the month, um, these things that you walked away from that aren't serving you, like you're going to know by the end of the month that, you know what, yeah, I am never going back to those things again. And again, this is also, like I said, going to put you in a place of power. So I absolutely love that. All right. Now we will pull the three main themes for the brown bears for the month of February. All right. So we have the cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move. We have the full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. And we have the full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. And again, I think all three of these cards, yes, go back to everything that I have said so far in this reading. Um, again, with that Knight of Pentacles, again, it is time for you to be bold and make the first move. You do need to, and you also had the Fool, which is a leap of faith. Uh, so again, it's time to start planting those seeds, brown bear. And just remember, because again, you also had the Devil twice. So remember, and I think sometimes, brown bears or Virgos or whatever, and many people have to be reminded that you are good enough. Okay. You are good enough just the way you are. So please remember that this month, brown bears, especially with that devil energy there. And know that you are coming to the end of a tough cycle. So again, it's like you really are fighting your way through this. And again, you have that Hermit, which is a card of wisdom. And again, I do feel by the end of this month, you will have gained a lot of wisdom, and you will have let it go of a lot of things that were no longer serving you and that were making this cycle tough for you. So I hope that is helpful for you, brown bears. Thank you so much for being here. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the video, what your thoughts and feelings were about the month to come. So, anyway, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a great month, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.